Hello everyone. I welcome you on Let's Export. Today the topic of my presentation is intellectual property. The topic covered under the presentation is the meaning and importance of intellectual property, the intellectual property protection and why it is needed, the protection of business by the means of intellectual property rights, some examples, and why intellectual property protection is needed for international business. First of all, if we discuss about intellectual property, what is intellectual property? A property that arises from the human intellect, that means the human intelligence, the mind of the human, and the creation of the human, a product of human creation. Intellectual property can be primarily categorized into two kinds: industrial property and the copyright, that includes the artistic and the literacy work. If we talk about literacy and the artistic works, it includes books, kind of a book. If I wrote a book, any kind of fiction or a academic book or anything else, or a painting created by me, or a musical composition, a computer program, computer game, you can say, plays, theater plays, movies, radio, TV programs, performances, and other artistic work. And if we talk about industrial property, it will be physical matter, that is the product of an idea or the concept from commercial purpose. Industrial property deals with inventions, trademarks, industrial designs and model, and designation of the origin. Like if I produce a different kind of a mobile phone which have some unique features, then it will be my industrial property, and it will be considered my own creation, and it comes under intellectual property. Now, the definition: according to the word intellectual property organization, IP is a creation of mind, that is, invention, literacy, and artistic work, symbols, names, image, and designs used in commerce. Intellectual property also includes, but is not limited to, the proprietary formulas and ideas, invention, industrial design, and the geographical indications of source, as well as the literacy and artistic works such as novels, films, music, architectural design, and web pages. Uh, I hope you heard about a wine that is known as champagne. Why it is known champagne? Because it is only produced in an area or a city named Champagne. That's why the typical wine that produced in Champagne is named as Champagne. This is an example of a geographical indication of the source. Now, how can we protect intellectual property? It can be protected by various types like copyright, patent, trademark, and trade secrets. The major types of intellectual properties are functional and technical inventions, purely artistic work like a painting of M.F. Hussain. It is only belongs to M.F. Hussain. A symbol, a logo, a sound, or a color, like a logo of jaguar, that is a kind of a leopard, is a copyright, is a patent of, or you can say it's a trademark of intellectual property of jaguar only. Now, what is copyright? It is a right which grants protection to the unique expression of idea, not the idea itself. Copyright protect the content of both website and the material transmitted over those website. These are the examples of copyright, like some musical work or a musical composition, a sound recording, a video, a dramatic work, a choreography, or a motion picture. Anything can be considered under a copyright. Now, the next type of intellectual property type is patent. Patent is a right granted by the government to prevent other from selling, making one's invention. Like if I invent a medicine for example, the COVID, the coronavirus disease, just an example, then it will be patent of mine. It will be patent of mine my India. It will not be copied, or it will not be copied by some other country or by some other company. If they want to purchase this medicine, or they want to produce this medicine, they have to ask me priorly, and then I'll give the permission to produce it in their country. And if they produce this, they will definitely give us the royalty also. This is an example of patent. Patent will be given for a particular time period of 20 years. After 20 years, you have to review the patent service. Patent protection protect the functionality of the software and the method underlying much of e-commerce. Invention which is new, useful, and pertains to uh, subject matter. It can be a man-made, it's a process of a method. uh, it can be a particular design, it can be a particular structure, it can be a software program. Anything can be a patent. Like how you write a particular name of the product in a particular font, it will be a patent. Now the trademark. When your logo or a symbol is registered under the IP Act, it will be the trademark. A symbol, logo, word, sound, color, design, and other device that is used to identify a business or a product is known as patent. Trademark protects the valuable symbols and phrases that distinguish business and increase loyalty. For example, if we talk about, if even a child of like 5 years of age, he just see a big am of yellow color, he finally identifies that this is McDonald's. How he or she able to identify? By the means of his trademark. It is the trademark, it is a intellectual property of McDonald's only. Nobody can use, no other restaurant can use this trademark. These are few trademarks, like shape of a bottle of Coca-Cola, the font of a Coca-Cola, a right symbol that denotes Nike, again the McDonald's, a punchline, I'm loving it, and a drink, orange. These are examples of trademark. Now, protecting your site intellectual property. Like as I discussed, in international business, it is very important to get aware of intellectual property rights, because the e-commerce, or you can say the website, is a very important promotional strategy for export and import, and even some other international business strategies also. So it is very helpful to aware about the intellectual property rights related to your website, so that nobody can uh, cheat with you, uh, uh, nobody can take your particular patent or a unique composition of your website and try to copy it from you. You should know ki what kind of intellectual property your site have. E-commerce systems, search engines, or other technical internet tools may be protected by patent or utility models. Softwares, including the text-based HTML code used in the website, can be protected by the copyright or even the patent, depending on the national law. Like the laws related to intellectual property may vary from one country to another country. The website design is likely to protected by the copyright. Business name, logo, product name, domain names, and other signs posted on the website may be protected by trademarks. Database can be protected by copyright or by sui generis database law. Creative website contents such as written material, photographs, graphics, music, video may be protected by copyright. Computer generated graphic symbol, screen display, graphic user interface, and even web pages may be protected by industrial design law. Hidden aspects of the website can be protected by trade secret laws. Now, if we take an example of Amazon, Amazon.com was granted a patent to protect its one click technology. Another example is Priceline.com was granted a patent for the business model surrounding its reverse auction website. All the contents included in or made available through an Amazon service such as text, graphics, logos, button icon, image, audio clips, etc. etc. is the property of Amazon or its content suppliers and protected by United States and international copyright laws. So by the means of these example we can understand like how we protect our uniqueness from others by the means of intellectual property. If we're not able to protect them, then everybody can copy our uniqueness and we can generate our own competitors. That's why intellectual property rights should be applied. You should be aware of it and you should know how we can protect the intellectual properties. Now, letting people know that the content is protected, there are few symbols by which we can show them or we can warn them that these particular uh, things are protected by intellectual property rights, and if you try to copy them you can be sued or you can be uh, fined for the same. The trademark symbols, capital T and M written, is used for the application of trademark. Similarly, if we are talking about the service industry, it will be capital S and M. Encircled R, capital R, is considered for registered trademark. Similarly, encircled small c will be considered for the copyrights. Instead of it, you can also use the watermarks. Watermarks are the kinds of shadow image which you can print in the back of your page or a website, by which the people can understand that this particular content is belonging to this particular company. So, by the means of this presentation, we able to know that how we can protect our uniqueness and our intellectual properties from others and why it is necessary. In the case of international business, in the case of export and import, it is very essential to maintain your uniqueness. Otherwise, uh, you will definitely grab under the competition, and anybody can copy you and create the same product and sell it to the same country, and this leads to decrease your monopoly. Therefore, by the means of this presentation, intellectual property rights are a business assets and are often the most valuable business asset. Any business presently trading or considering trading on the internet needs to check what intellectual property right it owns and ensure that it is fully protected. Thank you for listening me. I hope the concept of intellectual property is quite clear by my presentation, and if you have any kind of query or the suggestion or you want to ask some question regarding it, you can anytime comment it, write a comment on my comment section. I'll try to answer them all. Thank you. Have a nice day.